Jack and the Beanstalk, retold by Dr. Alvin Kranowski. Jack and the Beanstalk. Once upon a time, a young boy named Jack lived with his mother in a small house in the country. The family had very little money. All they had to keep from going hungry was a garden and a cow. One sad day, though, the garden was empty and the cow had no milk. Take the cow to the market and sell her, said Jack's mother. We will use the money to buy food. Jack set off down the lane. He hadn't gone far when he came upon a stranger. I'm going to the market to sell our cow, said Jack proudly. I can give you more than you'll get at the market, the man said. I'll give you some magic beans for the cow. Jack thought that sounded like a very good idea. He traded the cow for the beans. When Jack got home, his mother was not happy about what he had done. How could you trade our cow for those beans? She asked. Now we shall surely starve. With that, she threw the beans out the window. Since Jack brought home no money to buy food, both he and his mother went to bed without supper. The next morning, Jack saw a tall shadow by the window. He peeked outside. A huge beanstalk stood there with his mother had thrown the beans. The beanstalk was so tall that it went up into the clouds. Oh, those were magic beans, Jack cried. Jack wanted to see where the beanstalk went, so he climbed up and up and up. At the very top, he came to a road that led to a great stone castle. Jack didn't know that a mean giant lived there. He knocked on the door, and a huge woman answered it, and Jack asked for something to eat. The woman was kind. She gave Jack some food. You must be careful, she warned. My husband is a giant. If he finds you, he will gobble you up. You must hurry and eat before he comes home. Just as Jack was about to finish the last crumb of bread, he felt the ground shake. Quickly, hide in the oven, said the woman, and Jack hopped into the oven. The terrible giant stomped into the room and roared, Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread. It's your breakfast you smell, said the woman. She brought the giant steaming hot bowls of food. He gulped them down. Bring me my gold, the giant roared. So the woman brought him 2 sacks of gold. Jack's eyes grew wide as the giant counted the coins. What that gold could buy for mother and me, he thought. Soon the giant's head was on the table. Loud snores shook the room, and Jack saw his chance. He jumped from the oven and he grabbed the gold. Jack ran to the beanstalk. Down he climbed, and when he showed his mother the gold, she was very happy. And for a while, Jack and his mother lived well. But the day came when they had few coins left. Jack climbed back up the beanstalk again. Once more, he knocked at the door and he asked the woman for something to eat. Jack was just finishing his tea when the ground began to shake. He leaped into the oven to hide. The terrible giant stomped into the room and roared, "Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." "What you smell is your dinner," said the woman. The giant sat down and his wife brought huge plates of food. When the giant gobbled up his meal, he yelled, "Bring me my hen." "Lay," the giant roared to the hen. The hen laid an egg of gold. "Lay," the giant shouted again. Then the hen laid another egg of gold. Jack watched in wonder. What that gold could buy for mother and me, Jack thought. Soon the giant's head was on the table. Loud snores shook the room. Jack jumped from the oven, grabbed the hen. He ran to the beanstalk, and down he climbed. When he showed his mother the hen that laid the golden eggs, she was very happy. So for a while, Jack and his mother lived well from the hen's golden eggs. But the day came when Jack wanted more. He climbed to the beanstalk again. This time, he slipped into the castle without anyone seeing him. He popped into the oven to wait. Soon the ground began to shake, and the terrible giant stomped into the room and said, "Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." The giant's wife brought him boiling pots of food. He said no more about the Englishman, and soon he yelled for his golden harp. "Play!" the giant roared. Lovely music filled the room. "I'd have to have that harp," thought Jack. So when the giant snores shook the room, Jack leaped from the oven and he grabbed it. As Jack raced to the beanstalk, the harp cried out, "Help, master!" The giant woke up with a roar and chased them. Jack was so scared, he nearly flew down the beanstalk. He screamed to his mother to get an axe. Jack quickly chopped away at the beanstalk, and with a thud, the giant fell to the earth, crashing hard upon his head. Jack and his mother, though, lived happily ever after with the gold, the hen, and the harp. The end. And that is Jack's telling of the story from his point of view. The end.